Hey guys, Coach Jared with a tutorial video on building a platformer using the processing engine. So we're going to go ahead and start with setup and draw. These are going to be our two main functions in our game. I'm going to also create another script for Ghost, which is going to display an image at an X and a Y position and display that image at a width and a height that I can control. So we're going to add that to our game. We're also going to create a direction variable that's going to determine what direction I'm facing in by setting that value to the value of the scale X parameter. So that'll flip our image. Let's go ahead and create an update function to increase X and Y, and a boolean called setMove that takes in a character K and a boolean B. Using a switch statement, I can write a case for each key I want to have pressed, and then set some booleans in my game to be whatever the value of B is. And this is an interesting way to control movement in my game by writing a key pressed and a key release function, calling that function with whatever key is being pressed or released at the time, and then a boolean for true inside of pressed and a boolean for false inside of released. So now we have some really good left and right movement. I'm going to go ahead and write some conditions inside of the update function just to increase or decrease whatever speed I should be going in, and now I can have a nice little control player guy. Inside of this platform script, all I'm doing is displaying a rectangle at an X and a Y position at a size of width and height. And we're going to go ahead and just add that to the game now. So I'm going to be able to call that function display, and now I get a platform in my game. So the next logical step is to check whether or not these objects are intersecting. So to do this, I'm checking the value of the distance X and the distance Y between those two objects. And I'm also finding their combined half width and half height, and then writing a condition to make sure that the distance X is not less than the combined width and the distance Y is not less than the combined height. So now that we have a function to tell us when two objects are being collided with each other, we can write a Groundcheck function and put that inside of a condition to determine whether or not two objects have been intersected. I'm going to call that function inside of the draw function. And now I want to add more platforms to my game, so I'm going to do that by creating an array of platforms and appending a new object to that array, and then adding two loops to my functions that I wrote previously to now check not only one platform, but each platform in the array. So now we have two platforms in our game, and we can jump from both platforms, colliding with them, and checking the intersect between the player. So now that we have some movement and platform collision, we're going to add a health bar. I had looked at using lerp color to create a gradient between green and red, but I decided that I wanted to also have yellow in there, so I created three separate variables for green, yellow, and red, and then wrote a display function that will set the width of the health bar to be whatever health my player has. And I think this is a really cool way to do health bars in games, is to create a health integer, start it at 100, set the width of the health bar to that value, and then just constantly make sure that you're resetting the health and setting it to be whatever the health of your player object. So that over time, when you decrease and you lose health, the health bar will also get smaller, and the color can change by writing some conditions to check to make sure that if the health is greater than 60, 30, or 0, it displays the proper color. I'm going to add just one last condition there to make sure that my health can't go below 0, and refactor a little bit of my code, clean it up, and we are finished. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you have any questions or comments about the game, or you'd like to see a game in an upcoming video, please let me know. I might leave the code to this project in the description of the video, and I might attach it along with it. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.